Good morning. You are still in the shot. This is B from Kongs R Us. Welcome to our Sunday Funday show. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend thus far. And we started an hour later today for a couple of different reasons, but mostly because my son is in soccer and we had a little soccer obligation. But it's fun being a parent and scheduling your stuff around your kids. That's important to do, right, Mrs. Kongs R Us?
Indeed. And
Yes.
I think I tried to get a little too ambitious.
I know.
Early, get everyone ready, make them breakfast.
I
And
know.
then try to coordinate my own stuff. But
I know.
I did remember to bring our fun day.
Fun day.
This is Trader Joe's. And it says from France, but I'm surprised they didn't want to call it, they still call it sparkling wine. So, random fact, any champagne that is not made in France is actually just called sparkling wine. You have to have special grapes from the place is it Champagne? So that's why it's called champagne.
To actually call it champagne?
Yeah.
So it's not champagne, but we're still drinking at 9:45 Pacific.
No, I got my mineral water hydrate
Okay.
first.
Good. How you doing, Mrs. Kongs R Us? Good? Feeling hydrated? Feeling good?
Let me hydrate first. I want to get my drinking on.
All right. Whoa, that chair is sick. So I am sitting in last week, if you didn't see us, in our budget racing build. I relocated and I'm still here. I was setting it up for my Legends Connect build. This is going to be the hub of a Legends Connect build for a racing cab. So that's going to happen. And Mrs. Kongs R Us is sitting in my outrun mat. So this is a new place for us to check out. I also have some other fun things to talk about later on today. I have a second laptop with a second camera because today's topic, we're going to be talking about the Arcade1Up Fighting Game Community. But I've acquired some new...
The kittens are climbing on top of all of your pinballs.
They
One
are.
of them might jump on top of the TV, so this will make for really good entertainment.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, here's the picture right here. So my cats just love the pinball machines, and I acquired some new pinball machines here. And for those that don't know what you're looking at, that on the right hand is a Toy Shock pinball machine. Don't ask me why I got it and how I got it, but that other Pirates of the Caribbean is interesting. This is a Zizzle pinball machine, but is it really a pinball machine? Is it really good? Is it bad? I'll tell you about it. If you've done any research on these, they before pinball got really crazy, this is what home arcade pinball used to look like, was that Pirates of the Caribbean. And it's pretty much a cat playground in the house right now at this point in time.
Moo, don't.
Yeah, and this other cat's gonna hop all over the place. Oh, that one's even talking too. Good morning, Mrs. Kongs R Us. You want to say hello to the chat?
Yes. Good morning, Hollywood Polo.
Yeah, so Hollywood Polo's here. Papa Brad is here.
Hi.
And oh, go away. Okay, yeah. So Hung is here as well. Cyan Wei. Philly Chick.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Console Fanboy. Oh, so did you see our thumbnail picture at all?
No.
No? Yeah, so the thumbnail picture was you in your different various outfits for the fighting game. Do you remember which characters you dressed up as fighting game characters?
The most recent one was Chun-Li.
Okay. And then?
Morgan.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think I do remember it. I wasn't that drunk.
Who else did you dress up as?
Sonya Blade. There you go.
Sonya Blade, that's right. So you were dressed up as 3 different characters from 3 different franchises. So I'm putting a question out to the chat. What do you think is the best fighting game franchise? And I have a special guest with us today to even talk about that very question, to see what his thoughts are. I feel like I kind of know already, but Rev5, put your quarters on the glass, is here joining us this morning. What's going on?
Thanks for having me on, Kong. How you doing?
Yeah, good to see you. I like your background lighting setup. You are just stepping up your game each time I see you on stream. You are looking better and better, my man.
Thank you. I'm listening. I listen to the people who know how to do it right. So yeah, some changes for sure. And Mrs. Kong, I don't want to say not saying hello to the queen of the castle over there. How are you there?
I'm doing good. I'll let B's mom know that you said hi, Mrs. Kong.
Mrs. Kongs R Us.
Thank you.
It's a mental thing. It's totally mental. Hey, how are you? So it's been good, man. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy kind of continuous improvement, and that's the mentality, right? Make things better, make things increased, and go from there. So one thing I wanted to shout, you said, which one's the best fighting game?
Yeah, well, Console Fanboy says, really, is that a question? This was a dark horse here. Clay Fighters? Do you remember Clay Fighters?
I'm surprised no Primal Rage has come out.
Oh yeah,
Where's
that
the
would.
Primal Rage at?
Yeah, that
So
was a good one.
no, I
So
think my vote, obviously, I think it's the Marvel versus series 1 and 2. Obviously, 1 is in my heart right now. It's true to my soul. And 2, when that gets free, is going to go insane. Like that one's going to take over the fight game community like it's 2000 again. So it's going to be interesting.
yeah, we got a lot of Street Fighter comments in here. Someone is saying Samurai Showdown. Is that something that you ever got into? Any of the SNK games
Yeah,
and the
man.
Neo Geos?
Yeah, absolutely. Love me some SNK. I think SNK is one of those series that it goes back to what you see right now at a Guilty Gear Strive, right? It's a very simple process. You have your attacks, light, heavy. You combine them for a bigger attack, and then your kicks. SNK really kind of formulated that with Samurai Showdown originally.
Is that Mrs. Rev that we see in the background too?
I didn't know you could see me.
She is.
Hi, Mrs. Rev.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
Here.
We can have a fun couple stream, if you will. But what's going on? How you doing?
I'm gonna have her send you those text messages to your email there from last night. It's really cool. You'll see some cool things. And there's actually one video that I made specifically for you, Kong, because I know you're a special flavor of arcade likes and dislikes. I made a video on a game that I have never played, and I swear to God, if this is the 50 cents that I dropped in last night for the first time. But nice. I'll have her send those videos over to your email.
I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that'll be cool to hang out for sure. So we got a couple people saying Third Strike, Primal Rage. Agreed, MVC2 is going to be so much fun. I really hope they do get to some level with the whole hoopla of the free MVC2 thing, that there's not only just the resurgence of that game, because I think if it does come back, it would be in some form for other platforms to play it again, right? I think if you have the PS3 or the Xbox, something 360, you could still play online. But I mean, I feel like it's going to be a while before we would ever get an arcade version of that. But when it happens, if it happens, when it happens, that's going to be freaking amazing.
Well, I'll remind you, sir, John said 2022 Arcade1Up would have a Marvel 2 cab. So he has not under-delivered in the last 3 months. So let's hold him to that record right there, okay?
Oh, seriously. And I know you have a fun relationship with John now, so I know you can bug the shit out of him and make sure that he keeps hearing that from the community, which is
there's some opportunities for some influence. I'm enjoying spending time with the guy. He's a great guy. So
have you ever been a Mortal Kombat fan though? I mean, you've been checking out and hanging out with Console Fanboy a little bit. Did he ever influence you? Did you ever get into the MK series at all?
I have some special stuff that I am working. I can't even disclose it fully. And there are a very small amount of individuals who are aware of what potential flavor is coming out of the lab when I talk to Console Fanboy. It's real close to the vest. And I can promise you that man has talent. And beyond making videos and kind of poking tongue in cheek and getting people riled up, that man is in the wrong trade craft. Whatever he is doing now, it is wrong, and you will see the collaboration with Put Your Quarters on the Glass and Console Fanboy very soon. It is going to be insanity, my friend.
I'm hearing some other franchises. Put into the chat if you have other franchises that you play. So DOA, Dead or Alive. Did you ever play the Dead or Alive series, Mrs.
No, but I do know about that one.
You know that? Yeah,
it's a good one. I think the 3D fighting world is a great one, and Dead or Alive really did a great job of capitalizing on that 3D environment.
For the mechanics, right? Because it's that was the best assets that was in Dead or Alive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dead or Alive
Well,
a much better game.
They had a very high art design budget, that's for sure. They definitely spent a lot. Did someone just say Street Fighter 1?
Is number one. Last, our boy Footy last.
Street Fighter 1. What is going on? So, Mrs. Kong, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
With a fighting game world that you hear every night, I'm sure you hear Kong throwing out like crazy amounts of beatdowns. What is your favorite fighting game out of because you have pretty much all of them now in your house? But if you had to pick one, which one would you be battling on?
I do like the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Those are always fun because the characters, the animations are way cuter. I grew up playing a lot of Street Fighter 2 Turbo So like playing Street Fighter 1 is really slow for me, and watching him play, it's like, oh, that's even painful to watch because it's so slow. Yeah. It's interesting. I guess I grew up doing a lot of the Capcom franchises. So Street Fighter. I didn't really play Mortal Kombat as much, only because like the parents were always like, "There's blood," and it's like, no, it's animated, but there's blood.
That was the selling part, right, Kong?
Yeah.
It was. Really
I mean,
quickly,
ripping people's heads off was amazing.
Papa Brad Gaming did a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Papa Brad. He pushed his video premiere for the Houston Arcade Expo back to 1:30 so he could watch Kong's The Rest of the Morning Show. Best show on Sunday. It's short, about 5 minutes. Good if you like arcades, pinball, and Atari. So please, if you haven't already, if you're watching this and you like arcade content, Papa Brad's Gaming has been putting out some really awesome content recently where he visits different arcades, and you visit an arcade too, right? So I think we have this resurgent nostalgia for just anytime you can get to a place now, man, it's like I feel like it's a different feel. Like you're getting more feels going there and trying to relive some of that. We were big arcade buffs going to different places, but if I ever find one now that I've gotten to this retro home arcade space, it's like amplified tenfold anytime like I see anything arcade related, which is pretty crazy. How about you? Have you been able to get out to different places?
You know, I have. Shout outs to the Montclair Plaza. That was the original stomping ground arcade for me back in like 1990. You know, seriously, I loved it. And then from there, you know, recently John and I hit a spot in downtown San Francisco, 2 spots actually. These barcades are really the revolutionizing factor behind the resurgence of arcades. They were smart enough to combine alcohol, pizza, and arcades, right? So one thing that I like though, so even that, and this is one of the things that's huge, right? Because we all grew up back in the day. We had the local laundromat place that was busted up and broken, and they never took care of their buttons. Every place I visited, it's been Premier buttons and controllers. They really have been taking care of their controls. They've been making sure that things are reactive and good. That's huge for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Barcades. I mean, D&B's kind of started that trend or those types of games, but those were more like the ticket redemption or just the funsy games. Like Barcade, they're bringing some of that retro nostalgia back. Is that something that you liked when arcades kind of went through different waves? Because you had your classic 80s arcades and then the fighting games in the 90s. Then there was a little lull period of like, the DDR phase, by the way. I can't forget my DDR phase. I was a big DDR player. Yeah. I was the secretary of the DDR or UCLA's DDR club for my freshman year in college. I didn't do anything, but it was just fun to like say that I was part of the DDR.
Mrs. Kong, I'll pay top dollar if you secretly release or leak any video footage of Kong owning at a DDR tournament.
Oh, a tournament. Well,
I don't think any such video exists. It was hard to film back in the day, right? We didn't have the accessible cameras that we did. You'd have to intentionally do it, which is
where I grew up. All the DDR players you knew, like no disrespect, but the little Asian guys weren't as good as like the 400-pound white guys with like giant fat feet. Yeah, holding the bar exactly. You couldn't touch them. It was ridiculous, man.
I've seen some DDR mods, by the way, for the home arc. It's always been hard to bring DDR into the home. Right, because remember those pads, right? Like the
Nintendo Run Pad.
Yeah, the Nintendo Run Pad, but they used to have DDR pads. They'd be slipping all over the place.
They're plastic, and they didn't do it like
But I used to have them, and we'd be playing them at home. We were playing in the arcade. But there's been some cool updated metal versions. So I've always dreamed of having a DDR machine at home.
Good Lord, where would you put it?
No. I don't know about the full size one, but like they have metal pads now. That'd be really cool. But
I'm secretly thinking that John is dropping subtle meta hints in his advertising, and the combination collaboration with the Jabberwockies is letting us know that a DDR machine will soon be in the way.
Dancing and Arcade1Up. What else could you do? That would be a sick collaboration, though, from like having Jabberwockies do moves on a DDR pad. That would be sick.
Talk about how responsive is it? Well, it's been play tested by the Jabberwockies, and we think it's actually working out quite well.
That's a good endorsement. Console Fanboy, thanks so much for the $4.99 super chat. Rev, thank you so much for the kind words. I consider you family. Look at that. So thanks.
Console Fanboy, bro. Oh, next level. Like I can't wait. I promise you guys, when you guys get this on Put Your Quarters on the Glass, this release video, this is gonna be from the heart, from the soul. from me.
I just love how you've
Oh,
been.
snap, crackle, pop. What is she doing over there? What are we
We
drinking?
started talking about buying more arcades.
What are you doing?
Should I get my wine? Are we doing this?
Yeah, that's what we do on our Sunday Funday show. She literally uses an excuse to drink as early as damn possible. And so, I mean, you guys are on Central Time?
Yeah, we are. We are. This is brunch for us, man. This is perfect.
So Sunday brunch time for you. It's still morning. Like last week, she downed a whole bottle of Bubbly in the entire show. So I was mightily impressed. She was you were functional the rest of the day still, weren't you?
Yeah, I took the kids to breakfast, came home, vacuumed, and did laundry.
That's
doing it all.
That's a mutant superpower right there. Yeah. That's amazing.
So, and the other thing about her though is like, look how tiny she is, and she's Asian, and she doesn't get Asian glow. You know what Asian glow is?
I can't touch that nowadays. I'm not allowed to discuss anything like that, my friend.
I can't because I'm Asian, so I can say
there
it.
You go.
Like I
feel free. Yes,
drink
sir.
half a bottle of something, and I'm like red as F, right? And I have a hard time saying the F word on my own show, but you can say whatever you want to. But like I turn beet red so fast, and I'm passed out, and she can down like a whole bottle, and she looks completely fine, and she's functional. So like that is a superpower. She's high functioning alcoholic.
You know what I like is that there's no argument. She's just tipping a cup back and being like, "Yeah, cheers."
She owns it with pride too, because she's really good. I think the biggest thing that she does, in addition to like her idea of fun, correct me if I'm wrong, is drinking early and vacuuming and doing chores and cleaning the house. It's really weird, right? Why is that your fun day?
I don't know. The drunker I get, the more I start cleaning.
You're missing half the formula. She's a mathematician. She's a mathematician. You know she is. Look at her. She has put 1 and 1 together and found glorious joy. I can't.
Well,
I don't know.
Back in the day with a different substance.
Yeah, well, hey, we get older.
Yes.
We get older.
Rock Band arcade machine. Did you guys ever get into like Rock Band? Were you ever into like music games? Yeah.
Yes.
Our entire living room turned into a Van Halen tryout for everybody that we knew for about 8 years.
There's a period of years where that was my jam, and that's
what
I did. And I would play every single instrument and sing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So was it Rock Band or Guitar Hero that was your favorite?
Rock Band. No doubt.
More instruments. Yeah.
How about you guys? Like hold on. Let's be real here. DJ Kongy Kong can spit some serious bars. Where does that come from, my friend?
I know, right?
Yeah, I actually performed in an a cappella group in college. And so, yeah, I was at UCLA. I was a part of a group called the Scattertones. And yeah, we weren't good at the time. They actually got way better once I left the group. They like, you know that movie Pitch Perfect? Right?
Mm-hmm.
The competition they perform at, the ICCAs, that's a real competition. The International Collegiate Competition of Acapella is legit real. And my acapella group for like 3 years straight, like in the early 2010s, won like second place in that national tournament of competition. Like 10 years after I graduated. So they were really good. But I was the vocal percussionist for that group, which means I beatboxed. And that was fun. You know, you never know what hidden talents resurge when you're motivated and have like 10 minutes to scratch out something. So
you know what? It's amazing, man. The muse came through and absolutely delivered lightning in a bottle for you, my friend.
Morning, Dubs.
I just love in this chat alone, we've already uncovered that Mr. Kongza did DDR and was secretary of the DDR club and sang in an a cappella group in college. Is there anything else we need to surface up as well?
I didn't know that we were going to be talking about random things that B used to do back in the day.
I am so sorry.
It kind of comes up in conversation, right? I mean, DDR is something that could be home arcade related, and you know, there's nothing like motivation that drives creativity. So Console Fanboy was probably the inspiration for doing that full on diss track for John D. So who knows if there's other motivation out there? I'm hoping more people do some creative stuff.
I do see people saying, Papa Brad said, I love Guitar Hero. Rock Band, Philly Chick, yeah. Especially the singing. Singing was fun in Rock Band.
That was such
With a name like Philly Chick, you gotta love Rock Band. You got to.
I think it's awesome. Yeah. JLS Gaming, what's up? We're getting more people in the chat. So yeah, we're just talking a little bit about different home arcade things and arcades. So I think originally we digressed because visiting arcades nowadays is different than the retro home arcades. So you talked about barcades. Barcades is bringing in that nostalgia plus alcohol together. Like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer, you know, going to a D&B's with like the modern gaming flashy lights thing, or are you into some of the older classic games that?
This is hard because then like this is always what you knew about me was we would go to an arcade and the first place I would go to are those little coin drop places and just like drop all my coins there because it was addicting. It's gambling basically at its finest. And it wasn't about redeeming shit. It was just about like how many quarters can I drop at this moment. So you'd find me there.
Did you ever come out? Did you come out on top?
Oh, she's so good. She has like the Asian gambling gene, by the way, too. I know we're getting into like racial things here, but there's like this thing where
I will own my stereotype.
she instead of going to the casino to gamble, she loves putting quarters into the little slot machine, the pushers, right? The coin pushers. She's so good. She's like the best coin pusher person I've ever seen. If there's a coin pusher machine, she will get quarters out of that like 50% of the time, if not better. Like, wow, he's really, really.
Mrs. Kongs R Us, what's the secret to the coin push machine? Because I have given that thing at least $20 in my life.
You're a lot of the times you just be patient, and then also looking to see like how many can you maximize for one coin. Because most people are going for like the quick wins, but then you're looking at which ones can I get that fall at a certain point. If you can get 5 out of 1 quarter, that's better than getting like 2 out of 1 quarter, but then maybe I'll get 2 out of 1 quarter, but I'll get 5 on the next one. I'll do that one too.
I told you she's a mathematician. You need to add alcohol to vacuuming. I told you. Listen to her. Please. This is genius right here. This is genius.
Oh, I think it's fun. I think we need to get Mrs. Rev and Mrs. Kongs R Us to do some sort of joint rock band thing. That would be fun. I don't know how we would do that virtually. Virtual rock band, I don't think exists, but somebody was talking about new rhythm games. I loved rhythm games when they're coming out. They came out with so many different versions of even like Drum Mania, Beat Mania. There was a Taiko drum thing.
We were into Donkey Kong.
Oh, Donkey Konga. Like so when the home arcade, like home retro console, when those started coming out, right? Donkey Konga came out. What were some of the other ones that we played?
But that's not home retro. That was like
it was on the GameCube that we played it.
Yeah, and then they turned that into arcade games.
Yeah, but the fun thing about that and some of the like Rock Band, for example, was that we could play it, but we played songs that we recognized. So Mr. Steven has a point. There's a lot of new rhythm games out there, but I feel like licensing is just crazy hard. So if ever to bring that to Arcade1Up or something, the license for songs would probably be the worst part of any of that stuff. Which is
it always is, man. And right now we have we use Oculus headset and they have that Beat Saber game and like it's a fantastic game, but just the the songs though are the limiting part, right? It's the licensing. These to lock down these packages of artists and songs are brutal.
We have a question for Mrs. Brad from Console Fanboy that says, I want to know what it's like living with the funniest man on earth.
No pressure.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm with him, right? Like he's a funny guy. I mean, sometimes it's 1,000% and you come down a little bit, but we have a big house, so I can escape when I need to. And that works really, really well. Or I just tell him, go play your games and stay down there for a bit and, leave me alone. Shut up.
I feel like a troll in a basement half the time. It's ridiculous.
And we have that relationship where we can tell each other that, like, I love you, but I don't want to see you right now. And that's good.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. 14 years, man. We just actually, Kong, check your email. We did send you those to your email, but that we just celebrated last night, our 14. So
congratulations.
Congratulations. That's freaking awesome, man. That's awesome. I love that you have that relationship. Do we have that relationship? Can you?
You guys have some of the most amazing chemistry on Sundays. This is why we watch this. You guys have found a pot of gold, and it's the Kongs R Us cast, man. This is amazing. I'm telling you.
That's funny. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And it's funny because as I've started at the YouTube channel and doing even live YouTube, because that's where you've really excelled too, is doing the live YouTube. I started off by wanting to do like a solo channel, and I've slowly bringing her in And I've found that the audience likes to watch her more than they like to watch me. So there's a golden formula for this couples thing. If you guys could also figure that out. I've heard Mrs. Rev that you are interested in getting more engaged. You found some gold too. Miss Rev is starting to carve out a really awesome niche in this home arcade space, talking about the fighting game community. And that's our main topic. Just like that's what you've been focusing on. But I think that's really fun. Mrs. Rev, do you have aspirations to join Mr. Rev more, or is that something he's pulling your strings into? Like, I love when you did the cosplay for Ken on the unboxing thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was the start of it. And it's funny because that night, I mean, he told me he would like some help with the unboxing and everything. But he was like, I'm not going to push you if you're not ready to be on there and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to throw on the Ken costume and let's go. And I'm so glad that I did, because it was so much fun. And most of the people in this community are so nice and inclusive. And I wasn't quite sure that that would be the case. And so finding that out was just awesome. It's just such a fun group. And who doesn't like to talk about games or try out different games? So I don't know. In my later life, I've been trying new games, trying new things, and it's just been really awesome. Of course, my husband loves that. So, and I love.
Now dubbed by Papa Brad as the cutest couple ever. Sorry, Mrs. Pongzera. So that's okay. I think it's fun chatting with another couple on stream. And when you get older, when you find people that have similar interests, it's kind of fun to do this even live in front of 60 people on a Sunday morning to kind of connect with somebody. So I think that's awesome that we can continue to do this in our community, just finding people with like-minded interests. Pretty cool, right?
I'd have to call out what Console Fanboy is saying, in addition to thanking him for his $4 super chat. But it's Rev is 100% true. When Mrs. Rev dressed up as Sonya Blade, I immediately subbed to Fighters Evo. So very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. You know, I gotta say, like, this is true, right? So we owe you guys, both of you, some in and out, because it's nice, right? Like, I can point to you, Mrs. Kongs R Us, and go, see, look what she's doing, and she's like, oh, game on. Game
so basically, this is license free to buy your wife a lot of alcohol as well.
Oh, dude. Oh, please.
Whatever she wants.
That shit's delivered. That shit's delivered like on a subscription from Amazon.
Nice.
Ridiculous. I could do a put your quarters on the glass for my refrigerator, and just calling out the different alcohols in the fridge would be ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot of things now where I will be shopping and purchasing things just for getting Mrs. Kong. I mean, obviously, I think somebody called out as soon as I bought Big Blue. Somebody was like, "I'm calling it." He's gonna have her dressed up in Chun-Li outfit. So I think just the more ways I can find ways to engage her has been fun to explore that creativity, and I hope you do too. I think this is fun that you guys can enjoy this together and talk about it. But let's talk a little bit more about the Arcade1Up Fighting Game Community. So for folks that don't know, Rev, can you give everybody just another kind of quick rundown on, what put your quarters on the glasses, Fighters Evo, what you guys have been doing since
the arcade keeps talking to us.
Our pirates, I'll turn that down in a little bit. But you've been doing awesome work the last 10 months, and I feel like now finally it's getting to a point where people are recognizing that this is its own niche community. So talk about the Arcade1Up Fighting Game Community for a minute.
As you think about that, are you wearing a sweatshirt that's supposed to be Star-Lord?
No, he's Gambit.
So I was a fatter man. So I was a lot fatter man, but it's my boy Gambit.
It's Gambit. So
okay.
It's a fat man costume, right?
You need that drawn on six-pack right there, right? So
dude, I have one ab. That's it. I only have one ab. So it's very limiting, but yeah, it's neither here nor there. I appreciate it, Kong. I think when you ask yourself what we've been doing for the last 10 months, and you included, my friend, what we've been doing is really just highlighting a community of people out there who have really experienced an outreach through each other using one common tool, and that tool is the Arcade1Up Cab, right? So we found ourselves contacting through Footy Laughs. As always, I need to give the Don his original credit, because he was the one who really started reaching out to people who were these number one players, trying to find out who they were, and brought us together. And through that, you have the online arcade Discord. And through that, you've found that there are hundreds of people who have these online communities or these online cabinets, and they want to play, whether it's Big Blue or whether it's the Marvel versus Capcom cab or whether it's the X-Men Street Fighter cab. And because of that community getting together and contacting each other, Fighters Evo and myself, Put Your Quarters on the Glass here, we've really been able to develop and cultivate a community based around that particular retro fight game community, if you will. Now, obviously, there's more to it as the community grows. You're going to see people coming in from different angles. You're going to see people coming in, and they're going to want to do different games like you saw on Big Blue. They have the Capcom Sports Club, and they have things like Puzzle Fighter. And, Put Your Quarters on the Glass is going to be there to kind of, help sponsor and support those games as they grow as well. But we're also putting out, the larger prize supports in the tournaments, which are zero risk to the players. There is no entry fee, and it's 100% bonus on the back end for them.
That is freaking awesome. I mean, we're gonna definitely plug the tournament that's happening a week from today. But I have a couple of super chats I want to get to. So Steven Schwarzenberger has a $5 super chat that says, "What's that?
How do you
Schwarzen? Sorry, I said that. Schwarzentruber. I said Schwarzenberger.
Schwarzentruber. Yes, Schwarzentruber.
That's an
you have
awesome
to say
name.
it right. You cannot say it right, Kong. You are limited because it's not your fault, but that is Schwarzentruber.
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't have CRD, so I don't have Caucasian rhythm disorder. So
you say wrong word. It pops out wrong.
Damn, I love it, dude. I love it. Kong,
but he wants to know, R2 wants to know B, how it feels to be the sidekick. So Steven came on the show a couple weeks ago. He has a real life R2D2. If you caught my show,
it's pretty legit. He built it from scratch. He visits children at hospitals to bring up to inspire them, but also to uplift them too. And it's pretty rad.
So I hope to get him back on a Halloween show. But I think you're asking if I'm the sidekick, because I think I've become the sidekick to Mrs. Kong's Rust and her glory. So I've been trying to ride that train as much as possible, because we do content for the sake of having fun. So as long as she's having fun, I'm having fun.
But sadly, no glow.
No glow. I know. Look at her. She's amazing.
This is the thing, man. Those eyebrows are on point, though.
We have gotten a couple of requests though about Mrs. Kong's Rust or anybody doing a Mai Shiranui outfit or costume. Is that something? I think Mrs. Rev would make a great Mai. So that's a $5 super chat from Hector Ailman that says KOF video with my cosplay. Either of you can dress up.
How about this? Let's do this. I'll shout it out now. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. If we get Kong, let's see how many $5 super chats we can get.
No, don't do that.
Rev dressed up as Mai.
No. Can we put in $50 right now, please?
Yeah, I need a super chat you, dude. So as soon as Fighters Evo can monetize, or your solo channel, and please, by the way, please check out Rev's solo channel. Put Your Quarters on the Glasses in the chat description. He's at I think 93 subs. If he gets to 100 subs, you can do the vanity link URL and you can grow your solo channel too. But I think it's great that you've been partnering, being a part of Blast's Fighters Evo that's been growing over the last decade, if you will. So that's awesome. But yeah, please sub there. Don't super chat this channel. I want to see something from Rev5 and Mrs. Rev. That would be awesome to get you guys doing that. That would have been cool to do as part of your SNK the bar top review, the NVSX, right?
I didn't want to take away from the Bobby Vu artwork though. He really that guy produces the highest quality hardware that you can get. I mean, hands down. It's amazing. So
P-Dubs Arcade Loft says these two dudes right here, Rev and B, are tied for the top reason I ordered Big Blue last week. Get in on the fun. How do you feel about Dubs joining the fun with Big Blue?
Yeah. I think it's it's the inevitable gravity of it all. Like Arcade1Up, I mean, really the reality is Arcade1Up produced high quality product. And like for anybody that wants to say, hey, I don't want to get it, or I'm protesting, or I don't want to have it, or hold the line, or what have you, well, so be it, right? Like the idea is Arcade1Up has made a product so good that you can't deny it. It's like that old phrase for competition. You got to beat the other team and you got to beat the refs. Make sure that there's no doubt that you're winning. And Arcade1Up did that with the execution of Big Blue, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you're not just blowing smoke up the ass, because there are some products that that could use some work, but this one, the Big Blue, anybody who has it, like besides the initial look of it, there's just a lot of positives about it. So I did a review last week. If you haven't checked that out, it features her. It's pretty awesome. But Jerry D has another $5 super chat. Thanks for the super chat, guys. We don't really expect it, but we appreciate it. Rev5 and Kong, you both are the best. You're the reason why we have community in the first place. Rev, keep up the comedy. I think you've gotten some really awesome fans in the house. Jerry D, by the way, if you don't know, Jerry was the guy who helped out John D during a Jerry Dunlap, if you don't know the story. So Jerry's story was, yeah. He bailed John D out on a Arcade1Up commercial shoot with Mike Tyson and delivered his NBA Jam cap from Santa Clarita down to El Segundo in like 30 minutes so that he
30 minutes
or something. It was like some ridiculous time frame that he had to do it. But it was really cool to see the community come together.
That sounds like you're breaking like laws and everything like that.
Yeah, don't ask questions. He hit 88 miles per hour, no doubt about it.
Shout out to you, Jerry, for really supporting the Arcade1Up community, because we saw a fun commercial that you got to be a part of and help out. But that's a cool story that you had Mike Tyson and folks playing your NBA Jam machine. That's pretty damn cool.
Pretty rad.
Yeah.
His NBA Jam was just unpregnable. You couldn't handle the defenses that he brought. It was just ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
Love it.
Rev, you need to do.
I have to ask.
Go ahead,
Mrs. Rev. What is like personal time like? Are there voices that pop up or?
Oh, you know what?
What? Hold on. I just would like. Maybe Mrs. Congress, could you elaborate on that question a little more first before we answer that? I'm okay with an answer. I'm a little nervous as how this goes.
Of course, totally fine. Our children, we tell them it's called mommy and daddy time.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So I'm going to say personal time.
Go ahead.
Unless you would like me to refer to as mommy and daddy time too. What is mommy and daddy time like?
You know what? He's actually, he tones it down for that time, which is good. I enjoy that because this is what most people get. And I get the calmer person.
Was that the answer you expected, Rev? I mean,
I love my wife. I love my life.
But I have to, maybe it's like a switcheroo for us because I'm more of the calm person mostly. And, I'm a little bit different during our personal time. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just leave it alone. Mrs. Kongs are us. I think you are the devil bringing out the bad in my wife, and I don't. You need to stay back with your bad self. That's ridiculous. Look at that.
Let's just say, I love to let people advocate for themselves.
Yeah, she just opens up the freedom door. That's all it is. Yeah. You are getting more out of her than I swear to God anybody. Look at that's what we call the Caucasian glow. It's the Caucasian glow.
Wait until we have some drinks together, and you will see the glow.
Oh, dude, that is. I don't even know where to go with that. Mrs. Kongs are us. You have stepped my wife into a weird zone, and
these are the types of questions that Rainwater Games is mentioning that happens in random conversations. That normally we would have this over a drink at like a bar or something where it's loud. And nobody
I'm getting a drink right now.
But now we're having a public conversation with 60 people listening in on hey, how's mommy and daddy?
How do y'all do it? How do y'all do it when you do it? Like, what do you tell your kids? How do you lie to your kids when you stick it to your wife now? Come on, Kong. Like, when you're going deep hard in the yard there, Kong, what do you tell the kids? Are you just saying, hey, daddy's mowing the lawn? Like, what's going on there?
We don't have socks on the door or anything, but we do have lots of bedrooms in the house. So we make use of our space well.
Yeah, you don't want to scar the kids if you don't have to.
Yeah, it's like
that's an awkward.
Great way to
Street Fighter is an awesome game, Kong. It's amazing.
I love how y'all turn in this conversation, but all right, we'll do this.
I know this is the not safe for work stream P does.
I'm blushing right now, Kong. I didn't do
Sunday Funday show, pretty much.
I want to call out. I haven't cussed either, so thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Any cosplay during mommy and daddy time that ever happened for you? Okay, this is a really weird time that happens.
There's no cosplay. Who has time for cosplay during mommy daddy time?
Yeah, it ends up on the floor anyways.
There's a little bit of an argument for efficiency. Like, ultimately.
This is true. This is true. All right. He climbs the top rope and breaks up the helicopter. Oh,
Which is
man.
funny,
All right,
we
bring it back on track. Bring it back on track. What were we talking about before this?
You're talking
forgot.
I
about
lost
wheelbarrows
track.
and
Sorry.
Spider-Man, man. What?
Steven Schwartzentruber says, "Give her a glass of wine. Let's see what happens." Dude, I've had half a
dare you.
bottle of
She's already
Chef
finished.
for-
I dare you to put that coffee away and go bust out some wine.
Well, we need to save some for something that's coming up.
Please,
Oh, God,
that
we
way I'm
got
not
plenty
drinking
of
by
wine.
myself.
No,
I'm drinking with you. Here's my coffee.
Go
Cheers.
for it. No. Go for it.
I think I got an empty bottle.
See, he's at least drinking coffee. Is that boba tea?
No, it's just iced coffee that Mrs. Kongzarus politely
That's right.
got.
There you go.
that's the way to do it.
I
Go
got my
get drunk.
coffee and I got
Go
my
get drunk.
You know,
I'm trying.
No
I'm
pressure.
trying,
We're
Mr. Kongs R
we're
Us.
not pressuring anybody to do
Are you
anything.
drinking wine and coffee?
Yes.
Damn,
Sparkling and coffee.
He
gangster.
is hardcore.
She is a gangster, son.
All right. Well,
And
so
I got my mineral water too.
she's just all
Chung
liquid.
Li, Chung Li, you shouldn't even be dressing as Chung Li anymore. You need to be dressing as like Rose, because that's the most hardcore Street Fighter character.
Is it?
That is true. I
This
love
is the
those.
Not Safe for Work channel. Put your quarters on the
That might be a subsidiary channel that I'm starting. You never know. Check it out on OnlyFans. Who knows? Maybe it's there.
That's funny. That was
Bad
actually going to be
idea.
a future show that I had. Not about that, but when I post pictures of Mrs. Kongzarus dressed up, I get the craziest comments on either my YouTube videos or in our Facebook social media posts. And so I was gonna do like a mean tweets type of thing where I have her read some of the really crazy
Thirsty comments. is what
thirsty
you call me?
comments out there and have her just
Yes.
react to it. So I think that would be funny to do.
Yes, Queen. Do that. That would be hilarious.
That's what we're gonna do on Put Your Quarters on the Ass. So for sure, that would be a fun one to do.
So please
Trademark.
follow Put Your Quarters on Your Ass. We'll be there every Thursday night.
We could do that. You know, Tuesday nights seem to be open.
Yeah.
You could do like a Housewives of Home Arcades on Tuesday nights where you guys just get on there and have just a fucking heyday all day. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm so
look.
sorry. I'm so sorry,
Fucking.
Pong. It just bursted out of me like a lightning strike.
Ideas. Would you guys be interested in watching more of Mrs. Rev or Mrs. Kongzarus and other housewives of Home Arcade folks get into a show together? Is that something that you guys might be interested in seeing at all?
You get drunk on a Tuesday?
Oh yeah.
Oh geez. That's true. She already is a drunk on a Tuesday.
She
By
already is?
Tuesday night,
Oh, but you know what? I have karate on Tuesday.
it'd
Ooh.
be
I
I
late.
have to think about
It'd
that.
be late.
Well,
Well,
but not for them.
no, not for them actually. We'll talk.
We're gonna have to talk.
I don't know. The audience doesn't want to see this though.
I know. All right. So Rev, during playtime, do you ever commentate, or when do you say fatality?
No,
Or get
and
over
that will
here?
never happen. If that happens, it'll happen one time.
She would like stop you
One
in the
time.
middle of your play calling.
For console fanboy at the end, I do go friendship.
Babality.
That's happened twice. We've had 2 babalities. That is true.
You've had 2 babalities. Us too.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Yep.
Hector
Whoa,
Aylmer-
whoa, whoa. Speak for yourself.
Oh yes. All right. Hector says delete pinball from the title of the video because I don't know if I'm gonna get to the actual pinball talk. As Pinball says about that pinball hack. What pinball hack? I made a video last night where we were talking about pinball, but I do want to talk about that at some point. But we're having a lot of fun here. Before I forget, let's plug this, Rev. Please,
Yes.
please talk about this for a second.
All right, we're gonna get on topic, and we're gonna blame Kong because I didn't realize his giant monkey logo would be in the top right corner there. But we got a
I'll turn
massive,
it off. Hold on.
we got a massive Arcade1Up sponsored, legit guys. This is a legit sponsored Arcade1Up tournament on the Marvel Superheroes game. This is the original Marvel Superheroes game from the early 90s, where you have the characters like Magneto, Blackheart, Juggernaut, Spider-Man, Captain America, Hulk, Wolverine, of course, Psylocke, and they're getting the gems in the game. So it's a lot of fun. The game is really broken. It's crazy speed mechanics, crazy healing mechanics. This is happening next Sunday, and this is happening at noon Eastern. So next Sunday, noon Eastern, which we're going to have to make sure Kong isn't stealing all my audience when this is happening, but we're going to have this. Daystar Custom Signs and Designs are actually a business that does custom artwork you're going to see a lot of their work on the back wall for me. They've been sponsoring it as well. And Kong, if you don't mind, what I really want to highlight, guys, at this is the prizes. So for the first place in this, you are at least, we're talking Arcade1Up will be shipping you a 4-player brand new, not even on the shelves of Walmart right now, the
Freaking
Simpsons game to your home. I will be sending you $500 US dollars. You got to have
Wait,
Venmo or
did you
PayPal.
tell your wife that you're sending $500?
It's not, well, yeah. I mean, we're, you know, it's legit. Like, yeah, work with Mrs. Kong's R Us. Come on, don't be sowing seeds of doubt right now.
Goodness,
Second
I heard you
place.
sent $500. Here's
No,
a blade to your
sponsored.
neck.
It's sponsored.
It's totally sponsored.
It's sponsored
So-
by somebody else. It's not coming out of Rev's pocket. So
and
he
for
just-
what it's worth, Mrs. Rev is can I say? Yeah, she's a doctor of law, so she wouldn't put me in a position where I'm actionable. So, second place.
Oh my God, this is where you sign the prenup and make sure everything's like locked down.
I tried. Once I started getting attention, she was like, "You ain't getting no prenup." So yeah. So second place. Second place. Good Lord. Second place. You are getting an Arcade1Up Marvel Superheroes Countercade, the 2-player, brand new. Like, this thing has some of the most amazing reviews out there. You're getting that shipped directly to you, plus $350 US. Venmo, PayPal must be used. Arcade1Up for third place is giving a Paw Patrol Babycade. So even that's the participation award. You're not the first winner. You're not the first loser. You're the second loser. Here's a baby
prize.
It's still
plus
good.
$150 US dollars. Got to have Venmo. Got to have PayPal to collect.
Those are some freaking amazing prizes. So I mean, Fighters Evo and this group has been hosting tournaments for the last year. So we've done X-Men versus Street Fighter, did a Marvel versus Capcom, did Marvel versus Super versus Street Fighter, and this is the baseline Marvel. So I think unfortunately this is what the unique game to Marvel versus Capcom. So this isn't on the X-Men versus Street Fighter one, right? I think so. You do have to have a Marvel versus Capcom Arcade1Up or a PCB that you can purchase and plug in to play. That could be another way for you to get in on the tournament, but you have to play or find somebody that has one and you can just join their particular cab as well. But this is amazing prize support. Not only just the cash level of it, but the Arcade1Up sponsoredness of this from like, those are legit prizes. I don't think Arcade1Up has ever sponsored anything like this that I've ever seen. Like,
they dropped $1,000 for cash.
Yeah. No, well, Daystar is the one that did the cash giveaway. So, you know, props to Rev for finding a sponsor for this tournament. That's legit prize money from a cash standpoint, which would have been enough, right? Because I think the other prizes for the other ones were like an awesome trophy by Webhead. Thank you so much for doing that. And I think the Footy also donated a prize too for something like that. But these were just starting off prizes. This is like legit big game prizes that you would see at a huge tournament event. So a free full-size Arcade1Up, a Countercade, and a Babycade. I don't know how you did it, man. You must have John D locked up somehow in a basement somewhere in some amazing collaboration, because you brought the goods.
You better keep it down, John.
Are you telling me it's food right now, or?
Yeah, no, it's I you know, let me give, if you don't mind, one, I do want to thank John D. John D
absolutely, man,
is a rock star. John D is truly, and I know there's a lot of people who don't like him. Whatever. My experiences with the guy is legit. He is a solid businessman to work with. He is a really cool dude to hang out with, and he's somebody that that has guided and given me advice that has come in true and proven to be accurate, right? And so shout outs to John D. He is a man of his word. And, you know, you're going to see a lot more partnerships in the future with John D. Now, the other piece to this, and I really mean this from the heart, shout outs to Daystar Signs and Designs. Check these guys out. These guys are throwing the cash behind it. My man is, he'll be on the stream this Friday. So I don't want to give away too much. But my man, the owner of Daystar Signs and Designs, has a special message for John D. And he will be on the stream this Friday on Put Your Quarters on the Glass. So that being said, those two right there are the reason why it's happening. Obviously, we're always looking for more sponsors. We're looking for different angles that we can grow this to make it bigger and get more engagement from the crowds. Individuals out there, to Kong's point, if you don't have a Arcade1Up right now and you're like, I don't want to drop the coin, but you think you're good at this game, the prize support more than pays for going and getting the arcade machine.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some top players, and Philly Chick was saying that even if you're not a top player and you don't think you're gonna like win the prizes, it's still fun. It's a fun experience. In fact, when I've joined most of the tournaments, I do it because I know I'm gonna get my butt whipped. But that competition level,
Oh, I
is
can
just,
tell you're butt whipped.
I
There's a lot of
do.
like, bah, 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 bah.
I do. I'm terrible. But I mean, just if this is the prize support that we have for Marvel superheroes, which again is niche to just a Marvel vs. Capcom cab, I can't wait till we get Big Blue happening. And because I know that's going to be happening at some point. Like John D has mentioned that the esports scene for Arcade1Up online play, not just fighting games, but I don't know. This just excites me for the possibility of what we can do with these online enabled cabs, because this is a ton of prize support that we finally have them backing. And if we get more marquee people playing, more community members, it can only get better from here. So I mean, you're starting off strong.
Love the comments. There's so much support for John D. Should we get him on?
We tried, but it's okay. He's busy on a football Sunday. Someday, I'm sure he would love to drink and hang out. At
John
some point
D,
too.
I need a drinking buddy.
I'm sure he would join at a future point in show. So John D is legit great sport too. But yeah, we already at 54 minutes. You have a pinball machine in your background too. Can we pivot?
Oh wait, were we supposed to talk about?
We
pinballs?
were supposed to talk about pinballs.
Lo siento.
Don't you want to talk about pinballs? Don't you want to
we're
talk
talking about mommy and daddy time?
I'm trying to like move the topic here, but she's very.
Listen. One topic contains balls, and one topic contains balls. So I think either way, we're going to be talking about balls. So we're good.
Balls.
Balls. Okay. So I want to talk about the pinball cabs that I brought into my house, because if you look at this side picture here, I
brought some balls in this house.
I do. I have extra balls in the house right now, and these are two.
My goodness, they're so hard.
They are. I don't know how to stay focused. I need to take Mrs. Congsworth off the stream to ask you how you feel about Johnny Depp in your house right now.
Goodness, look at that shaft. It's so long.
It truly is. And, you know, it almost feels like it's made from elbow skin in some parts.
Where did this stream go? I have no idea. For folks that don't know what you're looking at, that is a Pirates of the Caribbean Zizzle pinball machine that I picked up for, I believe, $50 on OfferUp last summer.
Is that a legit pinball for $50? Really?
That was a very cheap
thrill.
thrill.
Super cheap thrill. I don't know what you can get for $50 these days, but back then, before
you could get at least like a decent hand motion.
You might be able to throw a fireball or two, right?
Yes. I have no idea what people are saying. This chat is going crazy. So these two. Okay, but the Zizzle pinball machine is actually, it's probably like one of the worst pinball machines I've ever seen before. Mrs. Congsworth, do you want to go over there and play it so that people can see you playing with the balls?
Oh, I'd love to play with the balls.
So she's gonna go over there and play with the Zizzle pinball machine and just show it off. But the title of the stream was like, "What's the best and worst pinball machine that I own?" And I would have to say, well, Mrs. Congsworth, how do you feel about this pinball machine? Have you played it before?
I have not.
No.
What am I supposed to do?
All right, pull on the.
Oh, I'm supposed to tug on it?
Yes, tug. I don't know if they can hear you, so go ahead and pull it and then play it for a little bit so people can see it.
She's jerking it really hard. The camera's moving around.
I know, she's jerking it. Go. You see it? So it's a physical pinball machine. There's a real pinball inside there. Point the camera down a little bit so people can see it.
That looks like a pinball that you would buy off like the airplane catalog.
Dad, I'm tapping it, but nothing's coming out.
Did you actually? You have to press the button first. Press the start button. Press the green button.
Oh, it's just
Honey, do you want to give her some advice? She's having trouble with the balls in the shaft.
She's having some trouble with the balls. Okay, there she goes. There, pull back. Tug it. Tug it. Tug it and pull. There it is.
There we go. Look at the balls go. The balls fall right back in the hole. She's got to put another quarter on the glass.
There's not enough.
She's jiggling and wiggling. She's leaning it to the right, making sure even though it wants to lean to the left, she's forcing it right. There she goes. The balls are out. She's slapping them around, and the balls go right back in the hole again. Mrs. Kongs are us. Forced to put another quarter on the glass.
Maybe I like going down the hole.
There you go. She likes the balls in the hole. That's how she collects that score at the end. The balls are right back down. She saves a ball out of the hole. She slaps it around. It's slapping that ball. Oh, the big back slapper let the ball go in the hole a third time.
No.
And the pussycat is involved.
This show is off the freaking rails, but that was the Zizzle pinball machine. If you've never seen it before, it's a physical pinball machine, but it's absolutely terrible. It's like the worst pinball experience you could have. These retailed at I think $500 when they first came out, or some ridiculous amount, and it was people were paying legit money for this because they couldn't afford the thousands of dollars of a real pinball machine. And so that was a Zizzle physical pinball machine. Right next to it is the Toy Shock. I won't talk about it that much, but I got it for originally with the intent to mod it. It's like a $200 virtual pinball machine, retailed at $400 originally. I paid half price for it.
You paid $200 for this piece of shit?
No, the Toy Shock. I'm gonna sell it. Don't worry, it's going out of the house. It's going out of the house.
She's gonna make one of those other videos where she slaps you with the chancla.
I know. Don't worry. Everything is leaving the house.
Did you know how dude, I could not even play that thing.
It's terrible. No, the Toy Shock.
It is pretty janky.
The Pirates of the Caribbean was $50. The Toy Shock, the green one, was the $200 one.
It's probably cheaper to buy the Pirates of the Caribbean pinball than it would be to get a brand new cat tree. Right? Like a brand new cat tree is going to cost more than that pinball.
You totally see Tabby's tushy on
the cats love looking for the pinballs on my real size pinball machine. So you have a full size pinball machine behind you. Can you talk about that pinball machine in your background and your?
We do actually. I'll have Mrs. Get up there, girl. Go on with your bad self.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch Mrs. Rev play with the balls now.
Show that dump truck. Show that dump truck, girl. Hold on. Here we go. You have to get the camera though. I got it. Go ahead. Get up in there.
Yeah, but
all right, so pull up and play. So here's what we're looking at. Here's the thing. If I put it up there, it doesn't reflect well. So what I got is the actual Stern limited edition, signed Mastercraft, overly priced, overly expensive, amazing pinball toy. This was my gift to myself for having to move back to Minnesota. So
you do know nobody wants to see you talking about it. They just want to see you touching it.
Yeah, touch it, baby. All right, hold on. I'll get you in there. Hold on. Yeah, go on with your bad self.
Fingers.
Go on with your bad self. There we go. Show the finger work, girl.
Oh goodness, look at that pole. Worth it. Love you, Papa Brad.
Hold on, Kong. I got you too. Hold on. Watch this.
Oh goodness, you're a POV.
So yeah, the Stern pinball machine. When did you get that, Rev? I mean, that's a really awesome machine. LEs are crazy expensive now. So I mean, did you get it at a decent price? Because I think that's
so it actually went in. It's a 1992 release, I believe, or a 1996 release. We wound up getting it in 2019, I believe it was, and so it's been fantastic ever since then. Yeah. And actually, give me 1 second, Kong. I'll get you a really close look at the playfield. The playfield is amazing here. Hold on 1 sec. I'll pull up and get you a really good look. I don't have the non-reflective glass. So anybody out there trying to stream real pinball, here's the problem with that. You have to get a $300 additional special hookup. And the problem is it's a $300 piece of glass that unfortunately is super expensive.
My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, there's nice camera rigs that I've seen for filming real pinball machines, and so yeah, the glass kind of hamper that if there's a glow or something like that. But
I have to say, look how long that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, Kong, pull that camera in.
All right, here we go. We got a second camera coming in right now. This is the pinball camera.
That is the POV camera.
That's pinball. The POV camera. That's right. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do this so we get it right over the shoulder.
Look at that. That's amazing. I love that.
Is that Wolverine?
That is Wolverine.
Oh. Yeah, so on the limited edition. Oh, shit. I dropped the camera. Hold on. 1 second.
Oh, my goodness. You got too excited.
I dropped the camera.
You dropped the camera.
Oh, shizzle. Hold on. I'll reload it.
That's okay. Oh if that ever happened during a live thing.
Oh, holla box.
Yes.
Bomb chicka wow wow.
There we go. All right, there we go. I got more length on my wire now.
All right, there it is.
So the Wolverine and the Magneto are what you're seeing different on the special edition.
Okay.
Versus like the regular edition. The regular edition has like a Sentinel. And the board is great, except it's really busy and it's not very open. So the skill shots are incredibly difficult. Like you cannot mess up, but there's ramps everywhere. I have it set to 10 balls. Yes, I like 10 balls because my wife likes that many at a time. The multiplayer is insane. Wizard mode is the hardest I've ever done. And it is a very fickle bitch because if you don't play her often, she will get you. And the first 10 balls, you're done in 5 minutes. She wants to warm up. And then once she warms up,
that's a
then
very
she'll give you a good
speedy
game.
run.
What's that?
That's a very speedy run.
Yeah,
very
she's
much
just commenting on exactly what's going on. But that's an awesome play field there. Really classic. And X-Men, I mean, this is the one pinball machine that you have. Did you have any kind of, was this the one that you wanted out of all the pinballs you can get? Or like, obviously you're a big Gambit fan. Was this the one to rule them all?
Yeah, so I'll try to give it. Oh, you got it. She saved the day. I'll step back in. So, you know what?
Good.
I looked at. We went to a local spot. Turn her off for a second. Kill the sound. Just turn her off and on.
Yep.
So we went to a local
Love to turn her
spot.
off and on.
Oh, dude, it's so loud. Oh my goodness. So we went to a
Loud
local
with,
spot.
Ecstasy.
Yeah, kind of. You know, it's ecstasy is a good word for it. If you're a nerd, having your own pinball machine is truly ecstasy. Like Kong pulled it out, he knows. So I think I went to a spot and I tested out about 8 or 9 different games. And Ghostbusters was one of the ones I loved. My original like heart and soul was Funhouse. Don't Rock the Clock, right? That is my hands down favorite original pinball. And then the other one that was I was really torn on was a WWE limited edition one that has like this tiny ring at the top that if you get the ball in the top, you start bouncing around on the ropes, so to speak, and you just rack up crazy points. The field is open. It's not as tight as the X-Men field, and it allows you to really have a fun game. The lights, the chasing the lights are real easy. Getting to the wizard mode was a lot of fun, but ultimately the signed X-Men, oh, I couldn't, right? With Magneto, it just screams welcome to die.
Or welcome to have fun.
Yes. Yeah.
She's having too much fun with this stream. Are you enjoying this stream?
I do. And then like go back to that comment.
Which one? Take off the glass?
Whoa.
You want to see a Mrs. Kong
Family.
and Mrs. Rev fashion show off? Mrs. Kong's a us though, not my mom. That wouldn't be fun.
Oh my goodness, let's have Mrs. Kong. I will call my mother-in-law
She
to
actually
come.
watches this show, so mom, if you're watching,
love you.
hope
Oh,
you
no.
enjoy. But that's okay. Deadpool table is great. But anyways, I wanted to just show off and kind of end the stream because we're getting pretty long here. But this is my other set of cabs that I have. So I pulled my Star Wars Arcade1Up machine back out. I just turned the camera around. I have my full-size Stern Star Wars Pro machine, and this is my Star Trek. Games
Let's
Legends
just say when
pinball
you're pulling up the Pirates of the Caribbean, you put a slash in my wall.
I
You'd
did.
be filling it full of toothpaste.
Yeah, I was dragging pinball machines up.
If y'all didn't know, an easy way to hide any holes is toothpaste.
Correct. It's true. It's the gangster way. Yeah. It's much better. And like every time I moved when I was a kid, you just toothpaste every hole.
Toothpaste.
Console fanboy, you did not mean this. Sorry.
No, you did mean Mrs. Kong. You
I
want
know.
your mom to come.
I don't want my mom to come. That
Yes,
would be
you
really,
do.
really awkward. Sorry, Matt, if you're listening. But the Star Wars Stern Pro is still my favorite. It's obviously the best pinball machine that I own. I bought this out of a whim 3 months ago because I was like, hey, I really, really want a full-size arcade pinball machine. And like you said, it was a present to myself. I was like, all right, I feel like I've done enough to get something that I'm gonna want to have. And it's the one to rule them all. I was like, Star Wars is just such a recognizable IP. It was a fun table. I got it at auction. And at the time, I paid $5,200 on the auction.
Killer.
Who puts
Killer deal.
money at an auction and not thinks they're gonna win?
But I did want to
This
win it.
fool.
But at the time, you could buy new ones for like $6,000. And when I paid it after the premium, it ended up being like $5,900. So people were giving me shit that I paid that much for it. But if you try to buy it now today,
I'm
stop.
giving
I'm
shit.
saying it's like a $7,000 machine now. Like it's
Right.
already gone up in value.
Right.
Regardless,
3
it takes up
months.
space.
3 months, it already went up in value.
So here's a question. I got a good one for you, Kong. This is my question. take away budget and the wide open market, what would be your dream pinball then? If you could get one, anyone, is it the Mandalorian? Is it this one right here? Is it a different one? What's your favorite pinball? No budget, no space constraints. Mrs. Kong's or Us, he has an entire floor to himself filled with video games, and all of this space is back to you.
When we started dating, I gave him a room to put his shit in. When we got married, I gave him a room to put shit in. He got a room and another room and a hallway.
It's not a room. This is a den. This is a public space that anybody can enjoy. Not just me. This arcade is not just for me. This is for the
We
family.
do not have we don't have a basement where I can say, put your stuff in the basement. He moved one of our cars out of the house to put his shit in. And you know what he does with his arcades in the garage? He puts shit on top of shit.
But you know what I do with that space in the garage? I actually mod machines, and it also helps the side hustle to actually afford more things in the house. So
Escucha la China. Escucha la China.
Do we even like put anything else in the side hustle? No, we just put boxes on top of boxes on top of boxes.
I know. At some point I'm gonna have to get my full size. But let me answer Rev's question. The thing about pinball is like I feel like I'm still very, very much a pinball virgin. Well, sure. I can't say that anymore because I bought one. So I don't know like as much pinball as some of these other people have. And so from a game standpoint, I can only read reviews. I played in an actual real pinball. Yes, you are queen.
I am queen.
Mrs.
Jam,
Kong.
I love it.
My mom is queen.
Your mom is queen.
My mom is queen, not Mrs. Kong or us, right? But Papa Brad would be a really, really... So what Papa Brad says he would buy Deadpool, Halloween, Monster Bash, Scared Stiff, T2. A virus Scared Stiff would be P-Dubs, right? I'm curious what other people would do. I've heard reviews of Jurassic Park Premium being like one of the best pinball machines out there besides Medieval Madness.
All right.
And so I think a JP Premium would be on my buy list as the next one. Just because it's a really cool IP and it's been a fun game. So I'm listening more to reviews, but I think JP Premium would be my next.
If you're able to, man, on that email, one of the boards I played last night was the Deadpool. And
was it?
I got to tell you, for anybody out there who is contemplating picking up a machine, that Stern Deadpool is legit. Oh my God, so much fun. Wide open board, so much playroom, easy to follow.
Put the quarters on the glass, RevV here.
Oh, that's the one
playing the local people in Minneapolis. Put
Hold
the
on.
quarters on the glass. Smoking that grass, whooping that ass. You know how we roll.
All right, just grab this on here. This is you, right? This is at your...
But we're not going to get pinballs.
This is that Up Down in downtown Minneapolis last night. On my hat, we stopped and saw Theo Vaughn. My hat says, I do work in the front end and in the back end. And so not bad, actually. This is one thing I like. So here you go, Kong. Here's for your Street Fighter. Competition hat stick. Industrial Lorenz concave buttons. All in perfect working condition. It was amazing.
Nice. Can you tell they're ILs when you're like there though, or versus taps?
Yeah. So the idea is they're it's a different plastic. It's a different kind of quality plastic, and they sell IL. Here's the thing though, Paradise Arcade is in Minneapolis, so the people who take care of this are located like blocks away from this place.
I love Paradise Arcade Shop. That's like one of the first places they ever bought buttons from. So
Paradise Arcade, sponsor the tournaments, holler at your boy, put your quarters on the glass.
No way. Are you serious? That's awesome.
No, I'm trying. Man.
Oh, trying to. Okay. I see.
Help me. Yeah, check your other email. There's other ones, but there's one with the Deadpool board that is, I know we're talking about pinball, and then there is one that's a secret one that I sent specifically for you. That is you want me to spoil it? It's a Tron one. It's a Tron. It's an OG mint condition Tron arcade machine.
Funny thing about Tron is like I have zero nostalgia for the actual game. I just love the way that it looks.
Yeah, dude, it looks cool.
I'm such a shallow guy, if you couldn't tell, because I love the way it looks in terms of what's inside. It could be okay, right? I love it for its personality too.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a beautiful crab, and what more could you say about Tron?
Yeah, that was it, man. That was
Right?
it. It really was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take him out for a little bit.
I know. She's gonna take me out later on. Okay. Oh, I see the extra videos that you got here, so I'll get them.
Goodness, what is this?
More stuff. More stuff.
She's
so Mrs. Kong. Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. She just sent a bunch of that. So yeah, definitely.
Right.
Is this for my eyes only?
No, we're getting secret videos now, but I don't know if they're gonna show up right. But
I'm so sorry. Y'all are watching videos are being sent
I know we're sending we're
back
gonna
channel.
try and like
We're gonna do a reaction
secret
video.
cell phone videos from Mr. and Mrs. Rev. So I might have to screen these first before we actually get them onto screen. But a couple of folks are talking about Mandalorian being really incredible. If you haven't played it, Stranger
Mm.
Things was also a really fun table.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah, those are really good tables. I think just any of the newer Stern tables are just freaking amazing. Like when I saw new Stern tables with the DMD, because I think I felt in my head owning pinball machine was going to be like a pain in the butt. I don't know if have you had to do any maintenance on yours?
Yeah. So the thing with the X-Men pinball is there's a glitch. So similar to what is it? Medieval Madness, where the trolls pop up. The X-Men pinball was the original one, and it has night crawlers that pop up. But
Yeah.
the original board was broken, so you had to get a new board from them. They send it to you, you install it, you mod it, you put it in, and then the night crawlers pop up and down. And then this one came with the LED hookup already, so
Yeah.
all the lights are hooked up. But there is a color display that I could upgrade to, and I've been watching some of the stuff you do, and man, some of the mods you make on your pinballs are insane, bro. They've been making me think about what options I could do on mine.
All right, I think I was able to get it. It's very, very low quality though. But let's see. What
It's
this is.
you know, we're drunk at a bar.
I'm drunk at home.
See? So there we go. So this board is the Deadpool board that's about, I think it's only about 5 years old, if that. It's got Todd McFarlane art, which is amazing.
Oh,
The
cool.
giant LCD screen actually acts as the story goes. It's amazing. And the board is wide open. As you can see, I wound up racking up like 300 million on one quarter. It was amazing. So fantastic, fun game. I don't know how to unlock wizard mode, but truly, if somebody's out there in the market and they're contemplating Deadpool, like I was telling her, I'm going to be buying me a Deadpool. Like once
Nice. Did you just finish that whole bottle?
No.
I'm going to be buying me a Deadpool. Or the other one that I played, the Avengers. That one is amazing too.
Yeah, Infinity Quest is a really cool table
It
too.
is.
But man, Mrs. Kongzarus, props to you. Does that mean I have to buy more?
Yes, please.
Yes. Oh my goodness. She is going to be really, really passed out later on today. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream today. We've been talking about a lot of things. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Rev.
Yes, thank you.
People were asking just really quickly because somebody here is, people might have joined the stream asking about what the secret code in the Pinball version 3 1-up mod. So I just did a video featuring
up,
the
down.
No,
left,
you're not supposed to
right,
say
let's
it.
start.
You're supposed to say Konami code or something like what's you just
How did I not know the Konami code?
what's that? She's like ruining my
Up,
thunder. I'm like,
up,
it's
down,
like that video
left,
where the
right,
guy's doing the magic tricks and
start,
the other guy's
select.
just like showing how to do the tricks live.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just had lightning in a bottle. Are you ready?
What?
Mrs. Kongs Are Us, ASMR, Konami code. All day.
I feel like blub 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 blub.
So,
Up,
say
up,
that.
down, left, right, start, select.
Yes. The Konami code. The Konami code. If people were wondering what the secret menu is, that's all you got to do. Mrs. Kongzarus spilled the beans. If you waited an hour, and if you waited an hour, 16 minutes to really figure out what the code was, just if you got a hint, you just earned it. Sorry, mystery encoder, she spilled the beans, but it's fun to see what you can unlock.
Oh, that's really the code?
What's that?
That's really the code?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at the pinball machine. Mrs. Kongzarus, talk for a second. Why don't you go over to the machine? Go over to the Star Wars arcade machine right
You
now.
want me to touch stuff?
Yeah, I want you to touch the Star Wars arcade pinball machine
With
right
my
now.
dirty fingers?
Yes, with your dirty
Yeah.
fingers.
See, I need
We're going to talk about this pinball machine right now.
Oh, I'm sorry,
See,
everyone.
look at that. See how he's got that? That's a Bobby Vu one. I need that. And then he's got a real Star Wars pinball. I need that. Come on, let me get that. Come on, babe. I love you. Please, please.
All right, I'm
Aw.
touching my legs.
All right.
I'm touching my other leg.
All right.
Pretty please.
Yeah, so Mrs. Congress is now moving to the Star Wars table. So press the flipper buttons. So we can't. What are you doing? Are you hugging the machine? Stop.
Her cats are her spirit animals.
People want to see what's happening here. So yeah, press the flipper buttons to the right. And so now the front end for version 3 mod allows you to have this beautiful front end for all the pinball tables. Keep pressing the right one. Stop putting your feet on the glass. That people don't want to see your feet. All right, go look. So this last table, this is it. For those who are figuring out what secret menu is, click on that button. Press the launch button.
What is that, Kong?
That is, my friend, our Android APK version of Zen Pinball. The launch button, the red button.
There is no red button.
The red button underneath it. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Hit the button. You got to find the button, and then once you find it, you got to there you go. Press it.
Press the button, and then yeah, the pussy cats are all over the stuff.
Pussy cats are back.
The pussy cats are back. And that's what they do. They just sit on top of my freaking things. So this is the real Android version of Zen Pinball. It doesn't come with any games. This is not pirating anything. If you've done the version 3 of the mod, it comes with Sorcerer's Lair already installed because that's a free game. If you find out a way to purchase Zen tables, support Zen Studios, and purchase their game tables through BlueStacks, you can press the volume button down on the right. There's a volume switch. Right,
where can they find that web page? What's the web page for that?
So it's a secret. You got to find out this stuff on your own. There will be there's ways to get it, folks. If you find it, it will come. So ask around in the community, but V3 is out there. You can load up this and see if you can navigate down to Back to the Future. Go to the third pinball table on your right. Here, let me do it really fast. Rev, talk to the people really fast.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. I think we just watched Chung Lee middle kick the cat off of the Star Wars there. What we're seeing here, guys, is really revolutionary because Kong is the guy to let you know how to do this. Now, remember, if you're spending money on these V pinballs and you're upgrading them, you're going to wind up getting a better deal for what you want to do in playing. And this 1080 upgrade that you can see on Kong's recent stream is amazing. Not to mention, holy cow, because of this, you now have a 1080 Back to the Future V pinball built into this, guys. I'm telling, can I get this? Can I get one of these? This isn't a full pinball. It's way less expensive. Like 90% cheaper. Yeah.
I still don't know why she has her foot on the freaking pinball. That's not how you play pinball, Mrs. Kongzarest.
That's how Chung Lee plays pinball.
That's how Chung Lee plays pinball. Hollowbox says, not true. Everyone wants to see her feet. So
there is some truth there, Steve.
Yeah.
So Kong, let me ask you, man. I would argue to say the most hooked up V pinball on the market. And you also have a real pinball.
I do.
How would you describe on a scale of 1 to 10 the reality of a virtual pinball feel and experience to a real pinball? Is it, a 10 being like perfect, 1 being like, dude, this is terrible.
Can you press a button so people can see you actually play? Press the red button. You just she's just like having her foot on the table the whole time. All right, there you go. Put your feet on the glass. What's with your foot on the freaking
quarters, girl? You gotta put them quarters on the glass.
This is Back to the Future Zen Pinball. So this is a $1.99 table. All right, there it is. All right, turn it off.
You get the app, and then you pay $1.99 to download this table.
All right, there it is. Sorry, I just had to turn it off. Let me bring it back. She's coming back. So
Kong, you download this onto your thing, and then you pay $1.99 to get that table.
So yeah. Oh, so she's touching the other one now too. Okay, let me take this one off. So now I have the other one on. Oh, you turned on the other one. So now we have Star Wars on too.
I love to touch all the hard things.
She does. So what it did is it loaded up just the app. So if you have an Android phone, you can download Zen Pinball on your app right now, and then you just purchase them using the Google Store.
You can just purchase it?
You can purchase them.
You just put money on the table?
You just put money on the table. So what the version 3 secret code does, it loads up that interface for you to, pretty much play your purchase tables. There's a way to upload them in there, but the cool thing is you're using the stock hardware still.
Wait.
So
Do you want to kiss your pussy?
I do.
That
She has a
pussy
full
smacked
bottle
back.
of
That pussy
alcohol at
can't
her.
smack
I have
back
no
at
idea what's
you.
coming out of her mouth anymore at this point in the show. This is the most off the rail show in the entire world, but I hope you guys are having fun. But so that's what happens. I'm not gonna really show details on how to do anything else with that.
Did you hack
But-
it illegally, as Papa Brad said?
I did not. I hacked it legally because there's nothing legally about illegal about it. It's just adding the APK to it, and then when you purchase the games, you can upload your APKs from that into the system. So
I would love
I'm
to
not
hear what
supporting
Mrs. Rev's-
pirating, right? It's just a way for you to use whatever.
I
What?
would love to hear what Mrs. Rev says about pirating.
About what? Are you a pirate? Arr. But your question was about virtual pinball. Virtual pinball versus real pinball machines. There's no comparison to real pinball machines. So I think just so that you know, real pinball machines will always be kind of the best experience you can. The fully tricked out one that I have in my At Games Legends pinball, it's good. It's better than just the regular Arcade1Up with the solenoids because it has a shaker motor. It has
Did we see what?
Hold on a second. Let me finish my thought, please. But it gets you I say 70% of the way there. If a maxed out Vpin table will still not ever fully replicate it. If you did 4K and you did every bell and whistle with the shaker motor and solenoids and lights, my pinball machine isn't the most tricked out Vpin machine out there. There's people that do full size cabs, that do all the toys, that try to make it look like that. And those get more closer to the experience. But even at the best Vpin table, I would still say it's like an 80 to 90% experience to the real thing.
And then from a cost perspective, what's the difference? Is it an
It's
80 to
expensive
90%
for-
reduction?
Yeah, because you could spend almost $4 or $5 grand on a full size Vpin machine that will be the same cost of it. But then the flip side is that you can play hundreds, if not thousands, of tables, right? And so you have one machine to rule them all for an 80 to 90% experience. And that's just me. Some people might say it's like a 60 to 70% experience, but play Batman 66 VPN table on a really awesome setup and play the real version. It still feels really good. Like I play Attack from Mars and that's a real pinball table. It's all the same mechanics still, right? For the most part, they've just done really good stuff with the physics, and it's more fun for the casual pinball player like myself. I have more fun casually playing than seriously playing. If you're a serious player, of course, real pinball is going to be the best thing. But all right, I missed the super chat. The super chat is from where? There it is. Steve, I am going to have your help. How do I say this? How do I say the name, Rev?
If your wife agrees to let you buy, if your wife agrees to let you buy either, I'll go to my local Best Buy right now for a Marvel cab. It's in stock.
This is for you, Rev.
He's talking to you. If your wife agrees to let you buy either, I'll go to my.
So much pressure.
So hold on.
Who could join the chat? It's John D.
Oh, John finally drops in. Yeah.
He's kissing pussy.
Feet and kissing pussycats, and he's like, "Hey, what's cracking?"
What's
hold on, go back. So what is that? So what? Which one? I'm trying. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. Holy shit, girl, you two need to talk. All right, so you definitely need to talk. Okay, so
where's the show gone?
I need.
You forgot what you were gonna say, didn't you?
I need a cigarette. I think
Too funny.
somebody asked a question about buying something.
Yeah, we can get off that topic.
You want?
We don't need to talk about that anymore.
We can get off on the topic. Whatever you said for her to say yes, and then you go buy the Marvel cab. Go buy the Marvel cab, and I'll buy whatever the hell I needed to buy. Make that real.
What Marvel cab?
No, he's talking about Rev because he's trying to convince Mrs. Rev about buying a virtual pinball machine. So the reason why Rev is asking all these questions, chat, we need to convince Mrs. Rev to let Mr. Rev join the virtual pinball community because it's the thing. It's the next new retro home arcade thing, right?
Is there something you want? Just ask.
God bless America. Mrs. Kongs R Us, do you want to join Put Your Quarters on the Glass on Friday night and do a female guest commentary on a game with Mrs. Rev, maybe?
I would talk about touching stuff, but I don't know.
I'm gonna.
Would you talk about Wolverine touching Hulk, maybe, or something like that?
Does Wolverine and Hulk touch each other?
Yeah, on the weekends, maybe for fun, like they Netflix and touch, and talk and
Netflix
chill or whatever.
This
You got a
is such
different pussy
crazy
cat.
stream. I had no idea it was gonna go this way, but we are already almost an hour and 30 minutes, and Mrs. Kong's Arrest is sitting in my chair, holding.
How many cats do you guys have?
We have 3 cats that are just insanely crazy
I
right
got
now.
3 Shiba Inus, so don't feel bad, man.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, one of each color too. They're I don't know where they are. They're
Please
freaking
bring them
ridiculous.
on.
What's that?
They
Go
should.
get one. Go get
Oh,
Kobe.
the Shiba Inus.
Go get
We're
Kobe.
doing that now.
Go
I
get
know.
Kobe. Go get Kobe. All right. Is
Oh.
he? Let's come on, Rev. Get in these tournaments. I'm in these tournaments, yo. You don't need to worry about me. UAG needs to get in these tournaments, yo. Shout out. This last week, man. For anybody who didn't miss it, UAG and Mad Dads played. Thank you both very much. That was very entertaining. That was awesome, man. Did you expect Mad Dads to just destroy UAG like that, Con?
Is he gonna eat another chip?
Oh, I wish they would have did like a bet a chip or something like that for loser.
Or
They needed
the nuts?
They needed to do something more
Do you
besides
guys want the
that.
nuts
Yeah.
challenge?
Yeah, hot nuts.
Who's
What
gonna
does
put it in their
Mrs.
mouth
Kong's
and
R
hold
Us
it?
think it should be?
Baby, you're so
Yeah, this-
cute.
This is Kobe. Kobe Rose.
Kobe.
Yeah.
She's the
Oh my
star of the house. That's the
Cute.
big bitch. She's the bottom bitch. She is. She's
Bottom bitch,
amazing.
she's a top bitch.
She's the bottom. She holds it down.
She does hold it down.
She holds
Oh,
it down.
goodness.
She's the bottom bitch. The
Oh,
other
that fanboy.
the other two are yeah. Forget it. Forget it. One's got so much anxiety, it's ridiculous, and the other one thinks she's a coyote. So
It was Kobe, not Cody, right?
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Puppy. We have wives and pets on the stream. I probably have to change the
Don't you
thumbnail.
want to pet the wives?
Yes, we want to pet the wives.
Hi,
But to
baby.
your question about your average
Ooh.
gamer going with Bison was cheap. He got desperate. That was really funny actually when he did that. I remember when
Yeah.
I was playing John D and like he would just
Oh.
tease that he was gonna go to Bison and but
I
he never
love
did.
this Hollywood.
Mrs. Kong would be a blast at a party. Yes,
Your
my mom would be a blast
at a party.
at a party for sure.
Dude.
You had to do what you had to do. Yes, you did, UAG. You sold your soul for 4 wins. Was it worth it?
That's what it was. 4 wins too. He didn't even win. If he won the whole thing, okay.
Yeah. But
But
I
he-
had faith in Mad Dads. I've seen him play, and then when UAG got the first win though on the Blanca versus Blanca matchup, I was like, oh
That's
snap,
awesome.
maybe this
That was
will throw him off
amazing.
a little bit.
It was an
So
amazing play.
it was a
Psychological
really,
warfare
that was
at
a
its
really
best.
good play, UAG. You should have like held that for like maybe a little bit later on, but
I will
he figured you out.
be
He figured you out.
a permanent host. if
Mrs. Kong.
Kobe joins us.
No, my mom needs to be a permanent
Oh,
co-host.
I'm sorry. Your mom needs a permanent co-host
because
with
she's
Kobe.
Mrs. Kong's or us. If you don't get the inside joke, that Mrs. Kong is my mom and she's Mrs. Kong's or us.
Yeah.
But that would be fun.
She's a
You
beaut
get that,
though.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look how cute that pup is. So
Oh,
yeah,
hold on. Oh,
if you
take
bring
it.
if you bring your puppies and your wife onto your streams, Rev, you will gain way more followers. Because
Dude,
I
it's
think we're having
crazy,
fun.
right? They
It's
want to
fun.
see Street Fighter, or do they want to see a hot chick holding a dog? Like, what are they
I
here
want
for?
to be a hot chick holding a dog.
All right, fine. That's what Put Your Quarters on the Glass is going to be on Friday
I will
nights.
put
It's
50
going to be a
quarters
hot
on the
chick
graph.
holding a dog.
Yeah,
I
I
give
mean, you've not yet learned. You have to teach Blast this too. The art of the clickbaity thumbnail.
Is a
Dude.
papa.
Dude,
is-
your queen makes sure she's got equity in your stream, bro. She's got equity in your stream. That's true.
Agree. She helps
Yes.
she brings the boys to the yard, for
Mrs.
lack of a
Rev,
better
can
word.
you make sure I lock this down tight so I get some monetary value?
Yeah, we can talk later.
Oh,
I'll draft
You
something
mean-
up for you.
we
Mhm.
will not be talking.
You're not licensed to work in
Our
California.
lip-
Stop. She's terrible. You guys are bad. I'm telling you. So are you joining Kong the tournament on the 24th?
I am. I will be there as much as I can.
What?
It's like the thing about the tournament though, like, and
Oh, it's a
I give
long
you
day.
feedback.
Yeah.
It's a long day, and
Right.
like there's many, and the matchups happen at any time throughout the day. So
Right.
if there's a feedback I would give to you and the tournament organizers, if possible, right, set windows so people don't have to like be babysitting.
Oh
their
yeah.
tabs.
Oh yeah. No, like
That's
when
the
we
thing.
call your name,
Alfred Burger.
you got X amount of minutes to show up or you're done.
Yeah. Thanks, Alfred Burger. You beautiful ladies need to make your own show. It might happen. We might be doing something P-Dubs had always wanted to do something called like Retro Angels or something like that as well. So I think there is a market for it if people want to see more of the missuses in the
I love what Rainwater said.
hot chick holding a dog.
Lovely.
Yes. But you don't have a dog though, so you know.
I got a pussy instead.
You do. Everybody go check out Papa Brad's gaming and make sure you
Please.
check out his arcade video release. Thank you for pushing your video back, Papa Brad. I know that you love watching this show and that you push back your
yeah.
premiere. So we're gonna get on with our day, on with our Sunday. I thank Rev5 and Mrs. Rev so much for joining. My last question for you though, because I don't think I've ever asked, where did the nickname Rev come from? Is that just your online gaming name? You're not Rev in real life. You are Nick from Akuma. I sometimes I don't know.
It's
From Akuma?
very, mommy, daddy.
That's
time.
mommy, daddy's
Rev,
nickname.
Rev.
Yeah, no, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that one for now. That'll work. I think it's an old handle, man. It used to just be Revelation because I would long story short, so shorten it to Rev because everybody went with Rev and then I couldn't get Rev on any handle, so I added Akuma, but Rev is what's been working for how long have I been Rev?
Oh my gosh, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, it's been like 15, 20 years that I've used Rev, so
Nice.
Rev.
Rev. It could be the nickname in bed too. It could
it
be a
is
fun
right.
one.
When we go into the bedroom, I rev the engine a little, go boom boom, and she goes, okay, all right, I like.
I like the noodles.
You guys have to trade Russian accents because she thinks she can do a really good Russian accent too.
You don't think I
Oh.
Russian accent.
No, I
All right,
don't.
that's fine.
All right, cool. Thanks again, Mrs. Rev. Any
Thank
last words you guys
you.
want to mention to each other? Say hello.
Mrs. Rev, not
Do you want to say anything to them?
Thank you for having me on, and it was fun, and we should do this again for sure.
yes, please. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Check out Put Your Quarters on the Glass. Trying to grow that channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more exclusive content for myself. You'll be seeing me play different things. I'm going to do stupid shit on there. So please check it out. Put Your Quarters on the Glass.
Oh my goodness,
That is
I
my
like these
exclusive
stupid
channel.
shit.
Yes. Oh, Console Fanboy actually is Russian, so he I can call him out. Oh, by the way, I forgot to plug. By the way, Your Average Gamer did mention that John D is joining his show Wednesday
Woo!
to be asked pretty much any question you want to, and so this will be you don't know what answer you'll get. You can ask any question.
So I
Um,
should go on and ask
You
random
probably
questions.
I wonder what he would be like if we got Mrs. Rev or Mrs. Kongzarus to really grill him with questions,
Mrs. John D.
or Mrs. John D.
What are you doing, Mrs. John D and Mr. John D?
Oh, there
time?
he says, ask me softball questions on WRP. So
Softball. Oh goodness, we're going for hardball.
oh yeah, she loves the hardball. But John D, thanks for joining us and
Thank
saying
you.
hello. And check out the weekly retro party on Your Average Gamer, Mad Dad Gaming, and Rainwater Games' channel. They will be hosting John D for an awesome show. I'm sure John D will turn up in many other streams as well. Put your
Oh, he
quarters in the
better show
glass.
up. He better show up strong.
Someday we'll get him to join a channel with us too and have some fun. Thanks, Rev. Thank you,
Thanks,
Mrs.
guys.
Rev. Thank you,
Thank
entire community.
you.
We will see you next week or later on this week. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Serena.